Hello, and welcome to Little Planet Wonder. Today we're traveling deep below the deserts of Mexico to one of the most extraordinary places on Earth. An underground world filled with giant crystals, some longer than a bus, some weighing many tons. A place so hot that people can only stay inside for a short time. And a place that remained unknown to the world until the year 2000. Just imagine, standing inside a vast underground cavern. The air is warm and still. Towering crystal beams surround you in every direction. White, silver, almost glowing in the darkness. Like a frozen forest deep underground. This is the Cave of Crystals. Or, as it's known in Spanish, Cueva de los Cristales. In northern Mexico, a mountain known as Naica rises from the desert landscape. From above, it appears ordinary enough. Rocky hills, dry ground, open skies stretching far into the distance. Yet deep within the rock lies a world unlike any other. Nearly 300 meters underground, beyond layers of rock formed over millions of years, enormous crystals fill a natural cave. Not crystals that fit inside a display cabinet. Not crystals that can be held in a hand. These are among the largest natural crystals ever found on Earth. They rise through the cave like giant beams of glass frozen in time. For most of human history, nobody knew the cave existed. While kingdoms rose and fell, while great cities were built, while explorers crossed oceans and mapped the world, the cave remained hidden. Then, in the year 2000, miners searching for lead, zinc and silver deep inside the Naica mine broke through a wall of rock. They shone their lights through the opening and found something astonishing. An enormous underground space filled with incredible shimmering forms. Huge white structures stretched from floor to ceiling. Every surface reflected the light. The cave seemed to sparkle from within. It looked less like a place on Earth and more like something from a dream. The crystals are made from a mineral called selenite. The name comes from Selene, an ancient goddess associated with the moon. It's an appropriate name. When light passes through the crystals, they glow softly with white and silver colors. Some are remarkably clear. Others appear cloudy, like moonlight captured inside stone. Moving through the cave would feel like walking through a forest. Except these towering structures are crystal instead of wood. And unlike trees, they did not grow towards sunlight. They grew in complete darkness, far below the surface. The story of these crystals began thousands of years ago. At that time, the cave was filled with extremely hot, mineral-rich water. The water remained close to 58 degrees Celsius, warm enough that humans could not comfortably enter. Hidden within that water were dissolved minerals. Over long periods of time, tiny amounts settled onto the growing crystals. One layer, then another, and another. The process was incredibly slow, far too slow to see. Yet year after year, century after century, the crystals continued growing. Because the conditions inside the cave remained so stable, the crystals were able to reach extraordinary sizes. Few places in the natural world have ever provided such perfect conditions for this kind of growth. While they were growing, the world above continued to change. Ice ages came and went. Forests spread across continents. The pyramids were built. The Roman Empire expanded. Railways connected distant cities. Aircraft reached the skies. Humans walked on the moon. Yet far below the desert, the crystals continued their slow work, growing by tiny fractions of a millimeter each year, undisturbed by the events unfolding above. Some of the largest formations may have taken around 500,000 years to reach their remarkable size. This is an absolutely stunning place. But it's also one of the most challenging places scientists have ever studied. The cave is extremely hot and humid. Without special equipment, people can remain inside for only a short time. Researchers wore cooling suits and carried special breathing equipment while exploring the cave. Even then, visits had to be carefully planned. The heat fills the air. Moisture gathers on every surface. Simply standing inside can be exhausting. Yet it remains one of the most breathtaking natural wonders on Earth. Today, much of the cave is once again covered by mineral-rich groundwater. The pumps that once kept the cave accessible were switched off. Slowly, the water returned. The giant crystals remain where they have rested for thousands of years. Protected deep underground, hidden from sunlight and the world above. And perhaps even now, the same gradual geological processes continue around them. Far below the desert, and far below the noise of everyday life. The Cave of Crystals reminds us that some of our planet's greatest wonders are not found on mountain peaks or along famous coastlines. Some remain far beyond everyday view, waiting quietly beneath our feet, shaped by patience, shaped by time, and by natural forces working far more slowly than human lives. Deep below northern Mexico, the giant crystals remain, silent, still, and astonishing. If this journey helped you see the world a little differently, then perhaps share it with a friend who might enjoy looking a little deeper beneath the surface. Thanks for listening, and for exploring these moments with Little Planet Wonder.